Hi, friend. Welcome back. We're here to talk about our second step lesson, do our poem, introduce some new amazing words, and review our letter sounds. Let's get ready to read. Friends, we've been learning about fair ways to play, and you've been practicing fair ways to play at home. Tell me the 3 fair ways to play we learned about. Great. Let's get focused and sing along to our fair ways to play song.
When we both want the new toy, right at the same time. When we both start to grab it, what can we do? We can share, we can trade, we can take turns with each other. We can share, we can trade, let's take turns with one another now. La 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 la. When we both want the red paint, right at the same time. When we both start to grab it, what can we do? We can share, we can trade, we can take turns with each other. We can share, we can trade, let's take turns with one another now. La 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 la. When we both want the cool bike, right at the same time. When we both start to grab it, what can we do? We can share, we can trade, we can take turns with each other. We can share, we can trade, let's take turns with one another now. La 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 la. If we want to be good friends, have fun together. Try the fair ways to play. Sing them out loud. We can share, we can trade, we can take turns with each other. We can share, we can trade, let's take turns with one another now. La 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 la. We can share, we can trade, we can take turns with each other. We can share, we can trade, let's take turns with one another now. La 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 la.
Now that our attention is focused, we're ready to concentrate, use our eyes, ears, and brain to ignore distractions. Let's talk about our poem this week, Jack and Cat. Follow along with me as I read. Jack and Cat raced up the hill to burn some crazy rubber. Jack zoomed down right through Truck Town, and Cat came scraping after. I'll read it one more time. Jack and Cat raced up the hill to burn some crazy rubber. Jack zoomed down right through Truck Town, and Cat came scraping after. Tell me about the rhyming words we've been talking about. That's right, down and Truck Town. Friends, the author says that Jack and Cat burned some crazy rubber. What do you think that means? They burned some crazy rubber. What are their tires made of? Rubber. So if they're burning rubber, are they moving fast or slow? That's right, very fast. So fast that they had an accident and went right through this water tower. So friends, we're still thinking and talking about how people and things get from here to there. And this week we're focusing on how do people in different parts of the world travel. We've looked at different types of transportation people use. Let's watch our video to learn more about our question.
How do people in different parts of the world travel?
It depends where they live. My cousin lives in London, and she rides a double-decker bus.
How people travel does depend on where they live and where they need to go. In rural areas, in some parts of the world, people use animals like horses and llamas to get from place to place. In wet places, near rivers and oceans, people use kayaks, canoes, and other boats to get in and out of ports. And in cold, snowy regions, people use dog sleds to travel lightly and quickly over the snow. Sailors use submarines to travel underwater. They have to use a special tool called a periscope to see outside because a submarine has no windows. This week, you will learn how people travel in many different ways in different parts of the world. How do you think people in different parts of the world travel?
Friends, are amazing words. I'll say them and then you say them. Submarine, double-decker bus, dog sled, kayak, llama, travel. Let's talk about travel first. When we travel, we go from one place to another. We can travel by plane, by bus, by car, by train, by llama. What's another way we could travel? When we travel, we usually go to a place that is far from home. Where are some places you and your family have traveled? I've traveled a lot to Mexico and also places with beaches. I love a nice beach. Kayak. A kayak is a small boat that looks like a closed canoe with a small opening in the center where a person sits. Sometimes two people can sit. What is our new amazing word for a small closed canoe with an opening in the center? Say it with me. Kayak. You can paddle a kayak to get from place to place in the water. Have you ever seen a kayak? Llama. A llama is an animal with long, shaggy fur that is the size of a pony. The llama lives in South America. What is our new amazing word for a South American animal with shaggy fur? Say it with me. Llama. The llama can climb mountains and carry a person on its back. Have you ever seen a llama at a petting zoo? Dog sled. A dog sled is a sled that carries people or things and is pulled across the snow by dogs. A dog sled is used in Alaska and northern Canada. What is our new amazing word for a sled pulled by dogs? Say it with me. Dog sled. Alaska and northern Canada are cold and snowy, like Antarctica. So a dog sled can be used almost all year to move people and things. Friends, today we're focusing on the word submarine and double-decker bus. Submarine, double-decker bus. When you hear these two amazing words in our song today, please clap your hands. Ears listening, here we go.
Do you travel to and fro to get where you want to go? Can you drive a big car or a boat you row? Can you climb up on a llama and go real slow? How do you go? Do you travel to and fro to get where you want to go? Can you paddle in a kayak with the waves high and low? Can you drive a big dog sled ride through the blinding snow? How do you go? Do you travel to and fro to get where you want to go? Can you travel in a submarine in the undertow? Will you ride a double-decker bus to the big show? How do you go?
Double-decker bus. A double-decker bus is a bus with two levels of seats, an upstairs and a downstairs. What is our new amazing word for a bus with an upstairs and a downstairs? Say it with me. double-decker bus. In London, there were many double-decker buses. This picture at the bottom where you see the big clock tower in the back, that is the city of London in Europe, where there are many red double-decker buses. Would you like to ride a double-decker bus? Me too. I'd like to sit at the top to see what the city looks like. Submarine. A submarine is a long boat that travels underwater. A submarine has no windows. Sailors must use an instrument called a periscope to see outside. What is our new amazing word for a boat that travels under the water? Say it with me, submarine. Navies and scientists use submarines to travel underwater. Why might a scientist want to see what's under the ocean? Right, maybe they want to study animal life or plant life deep in the ocean. The periscope part, boys and girls, is usually in this part that sticks up at the top of the submarine. That is where the periscope is, so the sailors can look around underneath the ocean. Friends, here's your ears listening test. A blank can travel all around the world underwater. A blank can travel all around the world underwater. If you said submarine, give yourself a silent cheer. Well done. A submarine can travel all around the world under the water. Next, you can write upstairs on a blank. You can write upstairs on a blank. If you said double-decker bus, give yourself a microwave. Good job. You can write upstairs on a double-decker bus. Let's get ready to read by reviewing our sounds. This week we're focusing on the sound of letter V and the sound of letters Z. Last week we talked about the sound of letter U. Do you remember the sound of letter U as an umbrella? I have some words here that begin with our sound. I'll read them, then you read them. Uncle, ugly, under, up. What is the beginning sound in all of these words, friends? I have a picture of a mug. Mugs hold hot beverages like hot cocoa, tea, coffee. Mug. Where do you hear the sound in the word mug? Do you hear it at the beginning, the middle, or the end? That's right, in the middle. Your ears listening today, friends. I'm going to say 3 words. Tell me which words begin with the sound. Ears listening. Apple, upstairs, upper. Apple, upstairs, upper. That's right. Upstairs and upper begin with the sound. Understand, upon, ignore. Yes. Understand, upon begin with our sound. Engine, umpire, unknown. Umpire and unknown both begin with our sound. Unless, olive, utter. Unless and utter begin with letter U sound. Well done, friends. Good listening ears today. Let's get ready to read and review our letters. Show and tell me the letter that you see. Eyes watching. I, S, Z, E, V, J, G, N, T, A. Friends are blending today. Let's get ready. Put your arm out, eyes watching. Up, up. Zip, zip. K, t, cut. V-A-N, van. R-A-N, run. V-A-T, vet. Well done. Friends, as you have been learning, every story has a main idea. The main idea is the idea that the author really wants us to learn about. In our picture that we've been focusing on, we see children coming to school. Some children are on the school bus, some children are walking, there's a child on his bicycle, and someone is being driven in a car by their grown-up to school. The main idea of this picture is what? Right, there are many different ways to get to school. Friends, for us, we're coming to school in a different way now. We're coming to our computers, we're showing up every day to continuing learning by watching videos, focusing on reviewing skills that we did at school, singing songs together. Why are we doing these types of things at home that we were doing at school? That's right. The main reason that we're doing these activities is to continue learning, to get smarter and smarter, to get ready for first grade. That's the main idea of why we're doing this kind of learning. It's so that we're ready for first grade. And you're doing an amazing job. I'm really proud of you. Let's focus now on cause and effect. I'd like to show you this video to tell you a little bit more about cause and effect.
Cause and effect. In a story, things often happen because of something else. We can understand more about a story if we know what happens and why it happens. What happens is the effect. Why it happens is the cause. Uh-oh, that dog is covered in paint. What a mess. Let's see. The dog is covered in paint. That must be the effect. Why is the dog covered in paint? If we can figure that out, we'll know the cause. I wonder what happened. Oh, the pail of paint spilled and caused the dog to get paint on itself. Now we understand what happened and why. So remember, a cause is what makes something happen. The pail of paint spilled. The thing that happens is the effect. The dog was covered in paint. What do we call an event and the reason it happens? Cause and effect. Time for a bath.
As you just saw, in a story, one thing often happens because something else makes it happen. A cause is what makes something happen. What happens is the effect. Look at these pictures. The first picture shows the cause of what happens in the second picture. Eyes watching. What happens in the first picture? Right, we see the artist painting and her dog is standing on its hindquarters, on its hind legs. What does he do? Right, he pushes the table. What happens in the second picture? Right, the paint spills on the floor. What causes the paint to spill? Right, the dog pushes the table, spilling the paint. Is the paint spilling the cause or the effect? Right, it is the effect. Well done. Friends, let's focus on our story on the move. There are reasons why people travel in different ways. There's a cause that makes people travel in different ways. Let's talk about some of those now. Friends, why doesn't everybody in the world travel by land, like in picture number 2? Right, some places are too far and you need a plane, like in picture number 1, to get there. Why does a truck or a bus, like a double-decker bus, need more wheels than a car does? Right, trucks and buses are longer, they're bigger, they carry more things, so they weigh more. They need more tires to help support them and move them along. In number 5, it's a picture of the camel. Why do camels carry people in the desert, but llamas do not carry people in the desert? right. Camels live in the desert. Llamas do not. And why do some buses have 2 levels and other buses only have 1? Some buses have to carry twice as many people. Thank you for reviewing cause and effect with me today. Thank you for focusing your attention. Remember, stay healthy, helpful, and calm. See you soon. Bye.